Welcome to another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I am your boy, Captain Will. Make sure you like. I know we have a whole lot of new people. We have a whole lot of new people being introduced to your boy, Captain Will. If you are new to Captain Will, first off, my voice is gone from screaming about the University of South Carolina women's basketball team on Monday. I'm going to give it to you the best way I can. You are now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your boy, Captain Will. We got a good one today, y'all. I said we got a good one today, y'all. I am still celebrating. I am still celebrating the victory. I am still celebrating the victory over Notre Dame on Monday. I am still celebrating the victory. It is November the 8th. The game was over, 48, 50, 60 some hours ago. But we still celebrating. We still celebrating the victory. So in honor of celebrating victories and in honor of celebrating life and in honor of celebrating the girls coming back home safely. We are doing a celebratory shot. November 8th. You already know the assignment. If you're hanging out with your boy, Captain Will, you already supposed to be already on deck with a shot of alcohol, with a shot of ginger ale, with a shot of water, with a shot of sweet tea, with a shot of orange juice, whatever your beverage of choice. You are supposed to celebrate, and we're going to do it. So get your shots ready, and let's do this thing. Cheers to a victory, a blowout victory on Monday against Notre Dame, a top 10 ranked team. Cheers on beating a team that is nationally ranked. We didn't beat a community college. We didn't beat a culinary school. We beat a real team with real players. That's what we did on Monday. And the girls represented themselves well. So cheers, y'all. Let's go. It is time to talk some basketball. I've been away from y'all too long. We won. Let's begin with that. We won. Blowout victory. Did what we needed to do against Notre Dame. Checked all the boxes. Everything was accomplished that we wanted to accomplish in that victory. Everything was done. Everything is done. But some things that we need to discuss. Couple things that we need to discuss and get this out of the way up front. All the newcomers that came to this basketball team, because we only returned 6, and that was the narrative. That was the narrative that was going on. We only returned 6 players to this basketball team. And you know what? Who cares? We only returned 6, but if you looked at our basketball team, we was the one that was returning starters. We was the one leading the way the whole game. Those 6 returning starters, those newcomers, and Tahina Powell, Sakima Walker, those freshmen, Malaysia Fulwiler, Jeffrey Johnson, tonight job. If you weren't told, if you was a new person watching basketball on Monday, you would have thought that we were the one that returned 3 starters. That's what you would have thought because of the continuity that we showed. So that showed me that we put in the work over the summer, unlike some other teams that we're not going to name right now, okay? But we put in the work. We showed that we can play together in multiple different combinations. Starting out with, it was a little question mark at the 4th position, final 4th position. It was a question mark. The question mark was who's going to start? So what ended up starting? Chloe Kitts. Chloe ended up starting the basketball game. Played 12 minutes in the game. 2 block shots with 4 points, about 4 rebounds. Being the person she is in only 12 minutes of play. Okay? But she started the basketball game along with Camila Cardoza, Raven Johnson, Tina Powell, Free Hall. The question that we have going forward is not who is going to start at the 4th position. That's not the question at all. The question is at the forward position, who's going to get the majority of the minutes. Because starting the game don't really matter to me at this point. It don't matter to me at this point. We can start. You can start me. It don't matter. It matters who's in there most of the minutes and who's there at crunch time. Well, Notre Dame, we didn't have to worry about it because there was no crunch time. Because there's going to be a time eventually. There's going to be a time eventually where we have to talk. It's going to be a crunch time. Now, my best lineup is Tahina, Raven, Bree, Ashton Watkins, and Camila Cardoza. That is my best lineup. But there's a scenario where the best lineup could be Raven Johnson, Tahina Powell, Ashton Watkins, Camila Cardoza, and Malaysia Fulwiley. There's a scenario for that. There is a scenario. Now, that I'm not saying when that scenario is going to take place. I'm not saying that's going to happen when we play Maryland, another top 15 ranked team. But the scenario could be many different ways and many different points in the season. It's just game one. It's just game one. But I will say this right here. That team that played on Monday, that team that played Notre Dame on Monday, and I don't care that they didn't have Olivia Miles. That had no, I'm not going to say it had no outcome in the basketball game, but Olivia Miles would not have made up a 30-point difference. Those are just the facts. Those are just how it goes down. Olivia Miles is a really good player. She's a really good, really talented player. But that basketball team on Monday wasn't going to be beat by nobody. And that includes all the top 10 ranked teams. That includes everybody. Everybody. You can go down the list, LSU's and Iowa's and Ohio State's and UCLA's and all those teams. You can include all those teams. Because at the end of the day, South Carolina was ready for battle, and they was ready to take on all comers. So the newcomers did that work. Tina Powell looked like how she's supposed to look. Tina Powell looked like she was the acquisition that we needed for this basketball team. She looked smooth at the 2 and at the 1 position. That's what Tina Powell looked like. She looked like the All Pac-12 that we saw out there in Oregon. We saw it. And we took the transition from her to South Carolina was an easy thing to see. So with Tina Powell being a newcomer, you got Malaysia Fulwiley with 17-6-6, a newcomer. The future is awesome with this basketball team. The newcomers are not a problem for this basketball team. Not at all. Not at all, because talent is talent. And when you put all these players together, all these McDonald's All-Americans, 8 McDonald's All-Americans, you can say 9 if you count Chloe Kitts, because she would have been a McDonald's All-American if she wouldn't have decided to leave high school early and appear at the University of South Carolina. But at the end of the day, Notre Dame is a talented team. They're a very talented team. Their talent was a different talent than us, because they're just too small. It was in so many different instances. They just too little. They're just too little. And no fault of their own. It's just the way they recruit. It's just the way they recruit. They want to play a fast, high-paced game. That's what they want to do. They want to play a fast game. We're going to utilize our guards. But the thing that happened with Notre Dame, they found out that our guards are just as good as them. Our guards are just as good as them. Our highlights are just as good as yours. So you have a situation with Hannah Hidalgo, and Hannah Hidalgo doing her work, trying to do her work, and she scored some points. She scored some points. And she did. But it's not a one-on-one or a 105 game against the University of South Carolina, because you have your Hannah Hidalgo. And I met your Hannah Hidalgo with a Malaysia. We know they've been playing against each other for years. They've been playing each other for years. So it wasn't now to the ESPN audience, to the masses. That's what they saw. Oh, they going at each other. And for the highlight reel of Malaysia Fulwiley, I'm going to talk about Malaysia more in depth later. But I want to say this right here. Malaysia is special. Malaysia is special. Malaysia is special. She is. But for anybody who's been following South Carolina basketball, you already know how special she was. For anybody from the state of South Carolina who follows girls basketball, Malaysia been doing this since 8th grade. I saw the same move in 10th or 11th grade. She has been doing this work on high school girls her whole career. Now, I wasn't on the platform. We didn't have Magic Johnson tweeting about it. We didn't have Kevin Durant tweeting about it. We didn't have all those different celebrities saying it. But I want to say this right here. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the party. We already know, but you finally got an invitation. You finally got an invitation to the Malaysia Food Wireless Show. Welcome. You can bring some charcuterie. You can bring in some sweet tea. You can bring in some red Kool-Aid. You can bring in some pig feet. It's up to you. But now you know what we have in the state of South Carolina. That's how I was born and bred in Keenan High School. That's how it was done. It ain't no Brooklyn. It ain't no LA. It ain't none of those places. No, we talking about the country. The country. That's what we talking about. We ain't got to be in no Rucker Park. We ain't got to be in another place. We just need a back boy on a dirt road. That's all we need in the country. And Malaysia Food, while they put in that work, that the girls have been seeing forever. So thank you, ESPN, for showing that clip all over and over again. And so they know what Malaysia Food Wireless is and what y'all going to get this work for the next 4 years. Guard play is going to be amazing for this basketball team. It's going to be amazing for this basketball team. It's going to be amazing because the head of the snake is a Raven Johnson. Raven Johnson is the head of this snake for the South Carolina team. And she is the quintessential point guard. She is the point guard that we need. She is the point guard that we need at the right time, right now. Raven Johnson. You can say all these points because we're going to have a game tomorrow. Virginia Tech and Iowa, right here in Charlotte, Spectrum Center, live and in color. We're going to see the quote-unquote player of the year, Caitlin Clark. That's what we're going to see. That's what we're going to see here in Charlotte. She's going to be up in here. Haven't decided if I'm going yet. I might have to go check it out with my own 2 eyes. Might have to go see it. Might have to wear some Gamecock gear, so you pray for me. Pray for me if I go to the Spectrum Center with some Gamecock gear. But if I do, I won't be alone. I won't be alone up in the Spectrum Center because this is my home. This is my home. I might have to see Paige Beckers in all her glory, the player of the year, the quintessential point guard. That's what ESPN is saying. This is what the media is saying, that she is the one. She ain't the one. She's not the one. The one is Raven Johnson, the one who gets the ball in the right place, the one who gets the ball in Camila Cardoso's hands where she wants it at the right time. That's who we want. That's who we need. We need a Raven Johnson. We don't need nobody shooting 12, 13, 14 three-pointers in the game. We need a player who can shoot it when she wants to, but who also can handle the game offensively and defensively. That's something that we never talk about. You never mention about defense. Never mention about defense. Oh, she can shoot 12 threes. Oh, she can do this. She can do this. But she can't guard. We can say that. Can we all agree that? Family, can we agree that she cannot guard? She can't guard, but she can shoot the three. More power to her. She can shoot the three. But Raven Johnson is my girl, and I told you that she's my favorite player. I'm going to rock with her forever. That's how I love her game. And then just Raven Johnson, then you got Tina Powell. We are stacked at the guard position. We are stacked at the guard position. Raven Johnson, Tina Powell, 2 point guards that we are starting. We are starting. Who, when Raven goes out, Tina slides over, and we still got the point guard mentality. Now, Tina can shoot that three. She will shoot that rock. She will shoot those lights out. She will make you blind. That's what Tina does. But then you move over to Bree. Now, Bree didn't do what I expected her to do in this first game, but I believe in Bree. I believe in Bree. She plays basketball. She's a basketball player, offensively and defensively. That's what Bree does. And then those three, the 1, 2, and 3, and it's, and then you go to the bench and you're talking about Malaysia Full Wiley and Tessa Johnson. We are deep at the guard position, and the mess that I heard about Notre Dame that they are better at the guard position than we are. And then even though Olivia Miles was out the basketball game saying they still better than us, that's some blasphemy. Come on, y'all, that is a mess. You know that's a mess. You ain't got no time for that mess like that. We are deep, and just recruiting-wise alone, we are one of the most talented guard positions in the country. With Raven Johnson being the second-ranked recruit in the 2021 class, with Tina Powell being the 10th-ranked recruit in the 2020 class, with Bree Hall being the 14th-ranked recruit in the 2021 class, with Malaysia Full Wiley being the 13th-ranked recruit in last year's class and had no business being the 13th-ranked recruit in the 2023 class. None. No business at all. No business. Then Tessa Johnson, 25th in the 2023 class. And then we got this new one. Madison McDaniel, who just Sign the dotted line today. Maddie McDaniel is a Gamecock. She will be ruling the rest, the nest, not the rest. She'll be ruling the nest in coming years. And she is special. I've seen Maddie McDaniel do things that are so awesome to see. And if you see some of my videos, I included some of those clips. And she has signed. She is committed. It's no longer saying I'm going to be a Gamecock. She is a Gamecock. Maddie McDaniel. So guard position is stacked for South Carolina. I don't have no mess from no Notre Dame or no other school talking about the guard position. The guard position is here. And we didn't even talk about the post position. That's a whole nother story that we're going to talk about later. But we had a 15-minute clip right now. I've been going strong. Let's go through some of these comments. Let's go, because y'all been talking a lot. Let's go through some of these stuff. All right. All right, Joyce. Let's talk about Joyce. Oh, Lord. All right, so I pray that Joyce Edwards is going to be a Gamecock. I pray that she's going to be a Gamecock, but from what I'm hearing, she's going to defer her decision to later. That's what I'm hearing, and that's not, to me, that's not good news. That's not good news for her postponing her commitment. I thought that she was going to actually commit today, this week, and it's still potential. So you don't know. Joyce doesn't. All right, so Buddy Rowe, we are deep at the fourth. Just if Joyce doesn't choose USC, we'll be okay. If she doesn't pick USC, I hope she leaves the SEC altogether. Yeah, we'll be fine at the fourth position, but Joyce is special, and we cannot have the number 2 player in the country. And in my mind, in my eyes, in your BD eyes, Joyce Edwards is the number 1 player in the country. Some say Sarah Strong. I say Joyce Edwards. We have to make sure that she is going to be a Gamecock. We have to do that. Okay, I'm gonna talk Pretty Ugly. Pretty Ugly. I love the name. With LSU losing, will they drop in the rankings? Yes. With LSU losing, they will drop in the rankings. Now, the number 1 team, they are not. They are not the number 1 team. Now, I expect them to, with Ohio State losing. Now, we still got some basketball to play. We still got a lot of basketball to play. So you got basketball game tomorrow and with Iowa and Virginia Tech playing. So both of those teams are top 10 in the country. Somebody's going to lose. So somebody's going to drop. LSU already lost. Ohio State's already lost. So, and then South Carolina beat up on Notre Dame, so they're going to fall some. We still got to play Maryland on Sunday, so things will change with that. But, yeah, LSU will fall, and depending on how things go, when the rankings come out on Monday, they should probably be, if Iowa wins against Virginia Tech, LSU, and we win against Maryland, the LSU we'll probably get bumped to, since we beat a top 10 team, we should be top 3. We should be top 3. LSU should probably fall to about 6 or 7. That's what should happen. Terrence Lewis, my boy Terrence Lewis, just imagine, they haven't even hit the chemistry yet. No, they haven't. No, they have not hit the chemistry yet. It's gonna take time. I mentioned this before. It's gonna take time for this Gamecocks team to hit their stride. It's gonna take time because, yeah, you gotta be number 1. It's gonna take time because even though we have been practicing together and some of these girls play AU ball together, the perception wasn't going to take time. And even I said it, the team that we see on day 1 is going to be much different than the team that we see in January, February, because I thought, and we still might hit some hiccups because we still playing some crazy teams. We still got Utah coming up. We still got Maryland coming up. But this team was hitting on all cylinders on Monday. All cylinders. Everything. Offensively, defensively. It was amazing to watch. And at times, we're going to see this team look unbeatable. We might see a team on Sunday that looks unbeatable as well, because Maryland is so small, But when they get their stuff together, and I'm talking about really get this stuff together, we're going to see the definition of a super team. That's what we're going to see this year. If they really gel like a team. Kimberly Page, who I always love in your comments. Me personally, I want Malaysia to come off the bench for more firepower. I do not disagree with you whatsoever on that. I don't disagree with you, even though I've said in the past, I've said that Bree Hall has to really fight for her position, and because at times she looked a little not aggressive enough for my taste. I will say this right here: Bree Hall is a junior. Bree Hall is a talented player. Bree Hall could go off on Sunday. She could go off on Sunday. Right now, Malaysia is getting all the publicity, and rightfully so. But she's still a freshman. On Sunday, what if she goes for 4 points? What if she goes for 6 turnovers? We don't know what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Bree has been there. She plays really good defense. She's 6'1". She can shoot the 3. I'd say give Bree time. And yes, keep Malaysia on the bench as long as she can. But if she gets another 17 and 6 and 6, there might be another conversation. Philip Meyer, we got a good one tonight. We got a good one tonight, y'all. I said we got a good one tonight, your boy Captain. Appreciate you, Philip. I really do. This is awesome, y'all. This is awesome. Let's go through a couple more comments. We're talking about NIL. Yeah, we're talking about NIL. Only knock on Camilla's I hate the way she fade away with contact and creates bad shots, but Raven puts that thing on the money. Camilla's unstoppable. Sometimes Camilla gets pushed under the basket. She's too far up under the basket sometimes, it seems. And when that happens, I really get upset because she's so big and physical. So I agree with you to a certain point with that she sometimes fades away from contact. Sometimes she does. I'm not going to lie about that. But she is just so, you can't replicate what Camila Cardozo brings to the table. You cannot replicate. There's no team that can replicate what we have down low. LSU tried to bring in Rosario against Colorado and to try to bring in somebody 6'6". You can bring in somebody 6'6", but they don't have to be the most. They aren't as talented as Camila Cardozo. So at the end of the day, we have the most talented big. And then some people are going to say Cameron Brink. Somebody going to say Betts. On this side of the map, for what my eyes see, Camila Cardozo is the most talented big in the country. Somebody just proved me wrong because what I just saw was 20 points, 15 rebounds, and 4 block shots. That's what I saw against a top 10 team. This wasn't against because LSU's next game is against Queens University. This wasn't against Queens University. This was against Notre Dame. That's what she did. And that's going to be the standard. Real talk. That's the standard for Camila this year. You're talking about Camila could average that for the year, y'all, because there's going to be times against subpar teams where they have no opportunity, no chance to guard her. None. So Camila Cardozo putting those numbers against Notre Dame matters because in my opinion, in my eyes, competition matters, resumes matters, and we just beat a top 10 team handily. 29 points. Could have easily been 35, 40 points because Don pulled the reins back because Notre Dame's coaches are girls. So it could have been a much uglier than what we saw. So Camila Cardozo not playing a whole lot of minutes. We still got the best and dominated. So that stat line should be put in a bucket and we hold on tight to see how she does against the rest of those top level teams. But Camila Cardozo, to me, is leading the charge for player of the year out the gate for game 1 against a top level team. That's just how I feel. LSU plays 105. No teamwork. I agree with you. There's some dissension in the LSU ranks. And if you follow me, you already know. I've said that before. NIL money is one thing. You can try to build a dream team all you want by the transfer portal. It is fine. But if you are used to eating a certain way, if you're used to eating filet mignon at DePaul, if you used to eating shrimp and lobster at Louisville, and you come on down to LSU and you promise this and that, and you end up buying the sausages and light bread, it's a problem. And that's what's happening with Anissa Morrow and Haley Van Lith. It's not enough to go around. And you have to, it's just not enough to go around. Waiting on Tessa to have a breakout game. Tessa's going to have a breakout game. I'm not sure when. And with her being roughly like the fifth guard now. It's going to take time. It's going to take time for her to have a breakout game. We'll see Tessa to have a breakout game probably against the lower tier schools going forward. Hell, it might be Clemson now on next week on the 16th. I hope it is. No, I don't think she's going to Clemson, but Joyce has me nervous. I'm a little nervous about Joyce. I'm not going to lie about that. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little nervous about what Joyce Edwards is going to do. But she is keeping it real close to the vest. Her parents are keeping it real close to the vest on what she's going to do. And I just hope that she makes the right decision. I hope she makes the decision to be a South Carolina Gamecock, because if she's a Clemson Tiger, I just don't know what I'm gonna do. I would wish her well academically, but basketball wise, it is what it is. So we'll see. We will see more about what Joyce does in the future. We got to keep our eye on. Don't forget. Don't keep the eye on the prize. Still Kennedy Smith too. Kennedy Smith. Don't forget about Kennedy Smith. Kennedy Smith is still being recruited hard by Don Staley. So Kennedy Smith is a beast, top 5 ranked player in the country. 6'1" wing, the number 1 wing in the country. Do not forget about her, who's hanging out in California. We're in the top 5. What I hear, we're the top 2. So let's not forget about that. We definitely want Joyce, but we definitely want Kennedy as well. Thank you, babe. Cap, you need to give out a lesson, low key. Cap, you need to give out a lesson on NIL. Let's talk about NIL. Let's talk about NIL, because I get a lot of questions about NIL. So NIL is something that's really been, the players have been trying to get for years and years and years for all sports, but it's really just the revenue generating sports. So break it down. The revenue generating sports in college basketball is college football, college basketball, some lacrosse, some places up north, hockey, baseball, things like that. But those college generating, those revenue generating sports create or make room or pay for basically all the sports at the school. You know what I'm saying? So this, when you go into a soccer game for free, or you go into a swimming game, swimming meet for free, it's because of those revenue generating sports that pays the bill. All right. So let's talk about NIL. NIL is a situation where a player gets paid for the name, image, and likeness. Thus NIL. So and it's really big going on now. So, but back in the day, before players they couldn't even use their name. They couldn't go out and do commercials. They couldn't do those things to get paid for. The whole concept of a broke college student was real. That was a real concept. A broke college student. I'm going I'm giving up all my practice time. I'm practicing hard, and then I've got a scholarship, so I can go to the dining hall. I'm staying in the dormitory for free. I'm staying in my apartment for free, but I want to go out on a date, and I can't take my girl out for a nice date. That's how it used to be. Now with the NIL space, and it's really been popping. It's really been popping. It started out really big in football with all these top level players getting big time money. Thus, they are in commercials. They are in. You might be selling cars. They might be selling insurance. They might be out there writing autographs and all this, that, and the third. Say $50 for this, $25 for that, and they get a cut of it. They get money for it for them because they can sell their image and likeness. They can do whatever they want now. And they might get a sponsorship deal that might be a lot of money. You might get a sponsorship deal and you might get a car. You might get $1 million with Mercedes and you got a honey wagon. Those are the things that's going on. The problem with NIL is, this is the problem with NIL. It's not fair. NIL is not fair. So if you are a booster, if you are a CEO of ABC company, if you're a booster of ABC company and you want to give a contract, a NIL contract for player A to sell cars for you, you can do that. And you can pay player A the money that you want. Okay. Now you can promise a kid in high school, hey, player A, I'm going to give you an NIL contract, $500 to go to my school, to go to the team that I root for, the team that I support. And it can happen. So what you have now, you have multiple players going to multiple schools because they are promised a NIL contract. Okay. So we have many players across the spectrum of college sports that are making a ton of money. We do. We have a lot of players who are making a ton of money in the NIL space. We have some players in women's basketball who's making really good money. But for the most part, most players are not making a killing in NIL. Most are not. You have a lot of players who are making millions of dollars in NIL. We hear a lot of stuff about NIL. They're making this, they're making that. But in reality, there are only a small few that are killing the game. Now, the problem with that, some of that small few resides at certain universities. And Angel Reese is killing the game. That swimmer, that gymnast at LSU, she killing the game. Now, you go to the University of South Carolina, the way I understand it, University of South Carolina women's basketball program, if you are a Gamecock, you get $10,000 in NIL money. That is what I know. That is what I know. $10,000 in NIL money right off the gate. Now you have some players who have separate NIL contracts making good money. You have some. You know what I'm saying? So you have some who are making great. You have some who are not making great. But it's just not fair. I'm not a fan of the way NIL is structured right now. Because sometimes kids follow the money. Parents follow the money. And it might not necessarily be the greatest spot for them, but they are getting the most money from that NIL piece or from that school. That is NIL, pretty much. Mr. J, the thing with NIL is the state laws regulated and the state compose their own laws to make. Yeah, you are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. Absolutely right. That is true. NIL has changed the game. And you got Congress who wants to regulate it. You want, and I'm all for players, getting their just due. I'm with that completely, getting their just due. But you cannot make some, if just like Mr. J was talking about, if Louisiana has certain laws and South Carolina got certain laws and New York got certain laws, that's not fair to me. That's just not fair to me. It's just, you just got to keep it real. But NIL is what it is. At the end of the day, still recruiting is the lifeblood. Recruiting is the lifeblood of college sports. It is not the mighty dollar. Not the mighty dollar. Recruiting, continuity, and like Don said, love. And we have a lot of continuity. We have a love on this basketball team. This is going to take us a whole lot further than dropping that NIL back. Can we think Strong is going? I think Strong is going to be with UConn. I think Sarah Strong is going to be with UConn. Now, although we are still, I don't know if everybody knows, but Sarah Strong is still being recruited by South Carolina. So she could still say the University of South Carolina. She could. But I think that she's going to UConn. I really do. Kendall Elstead, is Joyce waiting on a check? I don't think she's waiting on a check. I think Joyce is, I like this right here. Joyce's parents are engineers. I just leave it at that. Joyce's parents are engineers. I think she is, I think she's fine. I don't count about the coins, but both parents engineers, and you live in South Carolina. So I'm just keep it real. Let's keep it real on that point. Big B said I didn't like Joyce's parents and LSU gear. When my kid was being recruited for track, I wore whatever gear they gave me. I thought it was fly. I had to keep it real. I still got some gear in the closet right now from some school visits when they gave me. So I rock whatever. I used to wear it to school. So whatever, But I think LSU is trying to do whatever they can to get Joyce into their school. They are. Thought on Chloe Kitts starting with Marcel Brown. Thoughts on Chloe Kitts starting over Fagan. I wasn't surprised. I said the game was Monday. I heard on Saturday. I think it was Saturday. I heard that because I went to the USC game, football game. I went to the game on Saturday, and I heard on Saturday that Chloe was going to start. I heard that on Saturday. So it really didn't surprise me that she started the ball game. But from what I heard here that she has proven herself in practice. You know, big shooter 16, Captain Will, LSU fan. How long do you think for our chemistry to jail? So we got an LSU fan. So y'all bear with me. We got an LSU fan asking me how long you think it's gonna take for them to jail. LSU. Okay. I guess it's Gamecocks, but I'm gonna let you know. How long it take for y'all to jail? And I'm gonna keep it real. A long time. It's gonna take a long time. And the team that y'all have right now, somebody's gonna transfer. Let me say that one more time. Somebody from LSU is going to transfer. Because everybody's not going to be happy. And everybody's not happy. The sad faces that you saw when y'all played against Colorado will be some of the sad faces that go on when y'all play top-level teams. It's going to be the same sad faces when y'all play with Virginia Tech. It won't be when y'all play Queens or when y'all play a junior college or whoever y'all playing in the next few days. But it's just not. You don't have a point guard. You don't have a point guard. You got Haley Van Lith to be a point guard, and you're not a point guard. She's not a point guard. And y'all got y'all had a recruit today who committed to y'all 2024 class. She's ranked, I went 83rd, 91st in the country 2024 class, who's a point guard, who y'all have to wait for on her. But something about Don Staley, who gets a top-rated point guard every year. And real talk, because y'all wanted Jelani Cambridge. Jelani Cambridge not going to LSU. That's why y'all reached out to this young lady who's the #1 player in the state of Louisiana, but happens to be the 93rd ranked player in the country, you know, as a point guard. Because you knew you weren't going to get Jelani. So now you gotta dig down deep and get somebody else. You don't have a point guard. And you got too many people who want the ball. You got too many type A personalities who think they are everything. So that's it, my brother. That's it. I mean, that's just the real. So this is prep week. This is prep week for Maryland. We play Maryland on Sunday. We play Maryland at 1,300 hours. We play Maryland at 1:00 p.m. on ABC. Wow, we are playing on ABC. We are in the spotlight game on ABC on women's basketball. The University of South Carolina playing the Maryland Terrapins. Maryland played Harvard. Maryland played Harvard. I think that's the Crimson something, Harvard, and it won by they had like 30 points in the first quarter. I think it was up by 20 in the first quarter, but it's Harvard. So you didn't learn nothing. You didn't learn anything on that basketball game. That's why I don't like when teams open up against scrub teams, because you don't learn nothing. You don't learn nothing. So, and then when Maryland plays us on Sunday, this is your come to Jesus moment, and you're playing the University of South Carolina Gamecocks in front of 18,000 fans in a hostile territory after beating down Harvard, and then you're going to play us, and it's going to be a shock to your system because you don't have a Diamond Miller no more. Diamond Miller went to Minnesota Lynx. She is gone. Diamond Miller is gone. Your best player, your generational player is gone. So, but you're still bringing in, you still got two starters. But those two starters are not going to be enough to combat against South Carolina, because this, for everybody who don't follow Maryland basketball, Maryland Terrapin basketball, Maryland starts 5 guards. They start 5 guards. Their biggest starter is 6'1". Okay, that's Maryland's team. They start 5 guards. They try to outrun you, try to outquick you. They try to play aggressive on defense. But the problem is, it was a problem last year when y'all played against us. You're just too tiny. You're just too small. And you can't compete against South Carolina. We just dominate. We're just killing y'all down low. So you start 5 guards, and your best player is Cheyenne Sellers. Cheyenne Sellers, I was wrong. She's actually 6'2". So last year she averaged 28 minutes, averaged 14 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 49%, 35% from 3. That's your best player, 6'2". But your star other players are 6 foot, 6'1". At the end of the day, you're just too tiny, because you cannot combat Maryland. You cannot combat a 6'1", 6'2" player against a 6'7" player, Camila Cardoso, against a 6'3" Sanaya Fagan, 6'3" Ashley Watkins, 6'3" Chloe. You just can't combat that. It's nothing that you can do. So if you try playing 5 guards and try to outquick South Carolina, our guards are more talented than your guards. Way Raven Johnson is more talented than Cheyenne. Okay? Tahina Pow is more talented than Jakia Brown Turner. Bree Hall is more talented than Lavender Briggs. Those are the facts. Those are the facts. And you try to come with that on Sunday, we're just gonna beat you up inside. The last time we played, y'all, we doubled you in rebounds. Doubled you in rebounds. That is with Diamond Miller, a first-round pick in the WNBA draft. Y'all don't have that this year. You don't. You don't have that this year. So it could get ugly. This basketball game on Sunday could get really ugly going forward. But because I don't know how you're gonna, I don't know what you can do. I don't have no idea what you can do against us, against our size. But it's against other teams, that quickness that y'all show, that quickness that y'all try to portray will work. Because y'all 14th in the country for a reason. But there's only a couple teams that's going to be able to compete with us in terms of size, and it ain't y'all. It ain't y'all. So I just say it like this right here: Maryland fans, South Carolina fans, I would be surprised. They have a freshman at 6'7". They ain't gonna play. They ain't gonna play. You can please throw out to the Wolves. Throw out to the Wolves against the South Carolina Gamecocks. When they played Harvard, their starting five was 5 guards. That's all I'm saying. We played last year, it was 5 guards. Their system is guard-centric. Guard-centric. You can't change what you are. They are a guard-centric team. And you try to play guard-centric ball against the University of South Carolina, especially in Colonial Life Arena, in the first game of the season, you're going to get drugged. You're going to get drugged. And I'm saying this right now, and I don't like to make predictions like this so early, but I'm saying this right here. The way this game is stacking up, y'all, they're too small and we too big. The game going to be easily by 20 points. Easily by 20 points. Unless the Maryland play the game of their lives and they hit every three-pointer and we have 40 turnovers. I don't see a scenario where Maryland winning this game. And I just don't see it. We just built differently in the post. I just don't see it. Yeah, what if Dawn Staley decided I'm just gonna go big, and she started a lineup of 6'7" Camila Cardozo, Sakima Walker at 6'5", throw in Sanaya Fagan at 6'3", and just say, okay, we're just gonna beat you up inside the whole game. That could essentially happen, and there's literally nothing you can do. There is nothing. And I spent 7 years up in the Maryland area when I was stationed up there. It was nothing. Nothing. It's like, it's going to be, I just don't know. I just don't know. Tabitha Crockett. My favorite lineup is Raven, Malaysia, Cardoza, Fagan, Pow. I love that lineup. I love that lineup. I had to wink at my wife. She's looking real cute tonight. I had to wink at my wife. I have to let her know sometimes that she's looking good. Looking good, that girl. Looking girl. Oh, sexy ass. Mm-hmm. I like that lineup too. Michelle J, your thoughts on why LSU is taking longer to jail, but we in the same situation? You know what, Michelle? And I like your comment. I like when you be commenting too, because you are truly in the Captain Will family. So your thoughts on why LSU taking longer to jail, but we're in the same situation with the new starting 5. We didn't look at all sorts like LSU. You know what? Only thing I can blame. This is what I can blame. I can blame TikTok. I can blame Instagram. I can blame the talk shows. I can blame the Breakfast Club. I can blame every scenario, every different outlet. I can blame every outlet that went on during the summer that kept them away from focusing on basketball. That's what I can blame. That's what I can blame. I can blame the Instagrams. I can blame all those different scenarios where you're supposed to be gelling as a team. You know what we saw? This summer? And I know LSU worked out. I know they worked out. But I know there were some times where LSU was working out and some of their players wasn't there. I ain't calling none of them out. But you know what I'm talking about. There was some black times. But if you're not there, you're not there. You know what I'm saying? So our girls was working out together. Molly had them running up hills, had them carrying logs, had them just doing some of the stuff that I did in the military. You know what I'm saying? So Some of those, this is one thing you understand, right? You can take the basketball away. Take the basketball away. We ain't gonna have a basketball. We just don't, you know what? This week in practice, we're not even gonna pick up the basketball. It's not even about that. It's not even about basketball. These girls are great. They're great basketball players. LSU has great basketball players. South Carolina has great basketball players. They've been great since they was 4, 5, 6 years old. They've been everything since they can remember. They've been the number one option for as long as they can remember. But the problem is, you do not develop chemistry. You do not develop love. You do not develop that sisterhood. And in the military, that brotherhood and sisterhood, you don't develop that unless you are doing things that make you feel uncomfortable. You know what's uncomfortable? Uncomfortable is having Molly out there making you carry logs up a doggone hill, make you run up steps. Those things are uncomfortable. You develop a bond that you can't take away. And then when you're on that court, and you're in a low place, you know where to bring that stuff out because you know that that girl got your back. That's not what I'm seeing with LSU. You saw some stuff with LSU. You saw some stuff with LSU that didn't look too pretty. We're going to lose some basketball games this season. We are. We ain't going undefeated. But what you will not see is the moaning and the sulking and the finger pointing on this basketball team. That's not allowed. That's not allowed on this basketball team. Hell, y'all saw the video. Y'all saw the clip. Y'all saw the game when Don Stanley, when the girls was taking a picture and Don Stanley whacks Anaya Child's hand because she doing a doggone sign in front of people. That's Mama Don. Mama, you just don't do it. And you saw the clip with Raven Johnson. She was going to do the thing, and she looked up there and snatched her hands back. That is what you do because that's respect. That's the respect. That is what's different between our basketball team and LSU. Gelling is different. Gelling is different, y'all. Gelling is different. And our team is, and when Don said we have a team that's filled with love, we have a team that's filled with love. We have a team that's going to go places. And this is a young team. This is a young team, y'all. The team next year, even though we probably going to lose Camila Cardozo, the team next year is going to be better. Better. This team is special, y'all. Special. And I just can't wait to see it. Country Notre, $10. Girl, thank you. I thank you. We can show it. Girl, you are awesome. You are awesome. And I think I missed one. Oh, man. You always give me love. So I can never say, Shakim Tabo, you always give me love. You always showing some love. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. I really do. I really do. I appreciate all the love. Because we only been doing this about 6 months, and I've really been going hard with this like a few months. And what it is telling me that there's a straight up love for women's basketball, because I have a lot of different people from UConn, LSU, various different other schools other than the University of South Carolina that watch me and laugh with me and joke with me. But it's all fun. It's all love. It's all love. Sarah visited South Carolina. She did an unofficial visit to South Carolina. I'm not sure if she ever did an official visit to South Carolina. Haley looked out of place. The system doesn't seem to fit her. Haley was trying to be a point guard, but she is a shooting guard. So it's going to make her all out of sorts. It really is. That's what it is. It really is. UConn players are injured, and Gino's unhappy with DeBerry's performance, so she doesn't get much playing time. LSU recruiter. Oh, Randy Erickson. Appreciate the love. Where did it be? I'm just gonna read your thing. Where did it go? Benjamin Collins. I appreciate it. Thank you, fam. Thank you. LSU recruited Anissa and HBL for clout, knowing they don't fit the scheme. So, you know what? Randy Erickson, I appreciate the comment, but you are spot on. You know what? You know what happened with the whole with NIL, because not NIL, with transfer portal. Because when the transfer portal came out, and it was talking about they're always ranking the people in the transfer portal. They said, Hayla Van Lith, number 1 in the transfer portal. Number 2, Anissa Morrow. No, number 7. Number 7 was Tahina Pau. Number 7 was Tahina Pau. And I said it this summer. You do not feel your team on as a way of, you don't feel a team just stacking stars. You feel what I'm saying? You just don't feel a team. Oh, Haley Van Lith, number 1 in the transfer portal, we got to have her. But she's not a point guard. Oh, Anissa Morrow is number 2 in the transfer portal, so we got to have her. Although we wanted Anissa Morrow as well. And we did want Haley Van Lith. That point been known. But Haley Van Lith, if she would have came to University of South Carolina, she was going to be playing the same role that Tina Pow is playing now. You feel me? That's what she was going to be doing. So with South Carolina, our deficiency, our need was 3-point shooting. So if our need is 3-point shooting, so you want to bring in 3-point shooters. So thus, Tina Pow did not get all the buzz. She did not get all the ESPN breaking news. She did not get all that love from outsiders. But we know inside South Carolina that Tahina Pow was the person that we needed. Because not only is Tahina Pow, this is the thing, not only is Tahina Pow filling a gap at the with 3-point shooting when we was 179th in the country, and she was shot 42% from 3. She's filling that role. But Tahina Pow is filling the role as a point guard when Raven Johnson goes out the game, because she is essentially a point guard too. So, and it covers on multiple levels, because it also fills a gap even with Talasia Cooper leaving the program. Okay, think about that. Talasia Cooper was a 5-star recruit, was the number 1 player in the state of South Carolina in 2022. Unbelievable player, transferred out to Tennessee. Income, who's a point guard. We're going to change her over to a combo guard site, but she transferred out to Tennessee. In comes Tahina Pow, who not only fills the role in spades in terms of being the shooting guard, shooting that 3 and slide over to the 1, but she fills that veteran presence that this team needs. Fills that role. But it wasn't like, oh God, we got Tahina Pow. Oh, it's just gonna build this. No. LSU wanted, and my man said LSU wanted some clout. So they got the clout, they got the headlines. They got all the headlines. Anissa Morrow, you watch Big East basketball. In Big East basketball, you have UConn, you have DePaul, who was decent, and then I think you have one more team. I can't think of it right now. Everybody else is trash. Everybody else is garbage. Everybody's garbage. So she was getting video game numbers most of the time against teams that wasn't good. I'm just keeping it real. She's a 6'1" guard who was playing in the post for DePaul. So she got a whole lot of numbers, and all the offense was geared towards her. So that's what it is. We got Tahina Pow. We got Sakima Walker. Sakima Walker is going to pay dividends for us next year. She's only going to get better, y'all. She's only going to get better. And you're going to have next year a combination of 6'5" Sakima Walker and 6'6" Adele Tack, who are going to be some beasts down low next year for us. Those are just the facts. If South Carolina, it disappeared. If South Carolina, this is from Black Diamond Lawn Service. What's up? Yo, you need to hit me up. I do a sponsorship. I will. All right, so if South Carolina can win against Maryland, Utah, Duke, and UNC before the conference starts, I can see the Gamecocks going undefeated this season. Whoa. I need to do a shot on that. We need to do a shot on that one. That's a statement. If we can go Maryland, I'm counting that as a victory. Utah is going to be tough. Utah is really good. That's that. They are really good. We will beat Duke. All right, you know what? There's the scenario that could happen. The Utah game, I'm scared. I'm scared of that Utah game. That's a really good team. That's a really good team. But in light of that, cheers, my brother. That would be awesome. Papa is one of them. One of many on our team. We have many pieces. I don't think we do. We have a deep basketball team. Baby, give me some water. We have a deep basketball team. That wasn't apparent until we played against He used to play against Notre Dame. Then we got a deep basketball team. Like, whoa, all these 5-star. That just boggles my mind. Just think about it. Just think about it. And I say this in jest, but I just want to keep it real. We have 9 McDonald's All-American. I'm saying, this one's first. We have 9 McDonald's All-Americans. 9. And I'm counting Chloe as a McDonald's All-American too, because she would have been a McDonald's All-American. We have 9 McDonald's All-Americans on this basketball team. Okay? 9. And to think that we weren't trusted enough to be ranked. And I'm still salty about a number 6 ranking. I'm salty. I'm salty. I feel it in my bones. I'm salty. I don't like it. I still don't like it. But if you have 9, if we have more talent than you, regardless if we play or not, I don't care. We're more talented. 9 McDonald's All-Americans. When we stack name for name, roster for roster, spot for spot, we're more talented than any team in this country. More talented. So what's going to happen is this inexperienced team that the University of South Carolina has is going to gain that experience over the course of the season. So if you have a team that is more talented than anybody in the country, anybody, and I'm talking about LSU, I'm talking about Iowa, I'm talking about Ohio State, I'm talking about UCLA, I'm talking about Utah, I'm talking about all these teams in the country that we have more talented. Girl, 1 to 9. 1 to 9, you stack any team against our 9, you come. All of them. All of them. We are more talented. But you give these girls experience, and these girls understand how to win over the course of this year. When we get to the tournament, all bets are off because we weren't expected to win the thing this year. I saw this thing with Vegas. When I saw the line for Vegas and us winning the championship. When us winning the championship, we was ranked 8th. I think it was 3,500 plus 3,500 for the South Carolina Gamecock. The epitome, the elite team over the last 5 years was the 8th best team to win the chip this year. LSU was plus 350, the number 1 favorite. Okay, LSU was favored 10 times more than us to win the chip. Although we have 9 McDonald's All-Americans. And then those first 9 players, our lowest ranked player is 25th in the country. Nobody has that. These girls are going to get the experience over this course of the year and going to be so dangerous in February, March, and April. So dangerous. This is a special team, y'all. This is a special team. Welcome to Justin Tuya. I hope I'm saying the name right. First time on. Welcome to the family, brother. Welcome to the family. This is Captain Will. Welcome. Welcome. I appreciate you. I appreciate the love. Roosevelt Johnson, I think UCLA and UConn give us a real test. They both have size now. UCLA can combat us in terms of size. UCLA is a really good team. Those are going to be really good games. Those are going to be great for basketball. UConn is really good. If Paige is healthy and plays like she did, I guess, her sophomore year because she ain't played none of her junior year, it's going to be really good. And Leah Edwards is awesome. And, Asia Flood. It's going to be that's going to be some really good basketball. And it's going to be must see. Yeah, we must get there. Mr. G, my man, Sakima's still a project. I'm praying Camilla doesn't get injured and stays out of foul trouble. Here's the deal. Here is the deal. If Camilla gets in foul trouble or Camilla gets hurt, the next center up is not Sakima. She is not the next center up. The next center up is Ashlyn Watkins. That is the next center up. 6'3", can jump over the rim. Ashlyn Watkins, the enforcer, who she is. She's the next one. When Camilla came out of the game, Ashlyn got a lot of run at center on Monday. I expect her to get a lot of run at center on Sunday as well. I really love, if you don't know right now, Watkins, I really love her game. I really love her game. And I would lose my mind on Sunday if she gets a dunk. I will lose my mind. So I hope everybody if you're able to go to the Maryland game, hopefully I'll see you there. Sakima will be just fine. Yeah, she will. Sakima is a baller. She's a baller. She's 6'5", y'all. It's gonna take time to adjust. It's gonna take time to get it together in terms of, I would say, the speed. I'll say the speed of the game. Benjamin Collins, proud of you, mommy, brother. I'm proud. Thank you. Thank you. It is Veterans Day on Sunday. I think we the businesses are recognizing it on Friday. I will be celebrating on Friday. I will be celebrating from Friday to Sunday. Veterans Day is my weekend. Veterans Day is my wife's weekend. Veterans Day, I met my wife in Fort Bragg. She is my world. Both of us were stationed at Bragg. She, yeah, one of these days I'll tell you how that worked out. But yeah, we'll be celebrating this weekend. This is the time for us vets. This is the time for us vets. And Tayana, go Navy. Go Navy, be armed, whatever. So this is the time for us vets to really celebrate ourselves. Really, real talk. Veterans that, you see a vet, let somebody know. It's Saturday, okay, yeah. So let somebody know. Just think of that. We do a lot. And regardless if you did 3 years or you did 30 years, you put in the price, you put in the work, you put in the time, you was away from your family, you away from, life. Being a veteran, I did 22 years, my wife did 20 years. You miss a lot. You miss a lot. And you live life sometimes vicariously through the things that you miss. I missed a lot of birthdays. I missed a lot of holidays when I was in different places, whatever, my wife as well. And so now both of us retired, so we're able to do this thing, and I'm able to have a podcast talking about something I love, women's basketball, and drink wine on a Wednesday night. So everything is a blessing. David Caldwell, watching live from Harrisburg, PA, Calvin. Hey, okay. What's up? What's good? Harrisburg, PA. I used to Harrisburg. I was stationed up there. I was at Harrisburg MEPS. So I was that cat. I was operations officer. I was a cat when your son or daughter trying to go to the military, I was the person you saw. I was that dude. So it pains me to say a great show. Big show to I'm sweating. What the hell? I'm sweating like I don't know what. I'm sweating. I'm sweating the liquor out. That's what I'm doing. I have to turn the head and I'm sweating. What the world? I'm not worried. You got places at home. So you got places at home. That's going to be a game. That is going to be a game. When you come to South Carolina play, there's a potential that game could legitimately be number 1 versus number 2. There's potential that game could be both teams undefeated. That game should be prime time. It will draw millions. Get your ESPN, get your best crew. Have Captain Will delivering something. I mean, it's just that's how it should be. Tiana, 20-year Navy veteran. I salute you, girl. I salute you for real. Except when Army plays Navy. Watkins is a beast. She is a beast. She is the truth. She is the truth. Yeah, yeah, we got a lot of vets on here. A lot of vets. Yeah, thank a veteran. Oh my God, is that game on Super Bowl Sunday? Jordan Glover, are you right? Super Bowl Sunday? Oh, you know what? That's good. That's good. So is it coming on like at 1 o'clock or something? That is ideal. So we play. Oh, that's great. That's great. That's 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock game. UConn, South Carolina, ESPN. That is perfect. That is perfect because you have the marquee game. That is the marquee game. It happened before. You're right. Super Bowl Sunday. That is the marquee game, and you transition over into the Super Bowl. So nobody's gonna be watching. Well, some people. I used to watch the whole Super Bowl pregame show for like 6 hours. I won't be doing that mess, so I don't care. My Washington Commanders ain't gonna be there, so whatever. I will be at Columbia watching the game. So, that's gonna be cool. That's gonna be good. And you watch the game 2 to 4 o'clock, then you change over. Yeah, that's great. LSU. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm nervous. I am Naisha Lewis. I like that name. I can't lie. I'm super nervous about Kenny Smith commitment. I feel like Louisville is truly runner up. Louisville has been recruiting. Louisville was the second choice of Adele Tack. Louisville possibly might get Cambridge, although I think she might possibly go Ohio State. It's still up in the air by Cambridge, and she's really nice. I think with us and Kennedy Smith, with us being in the conversation, that's the thing, right? With us being in the conversation with Kennedy Smith at this late stage in the recruiting process means a lot for me. It means a lot for me because that means that we are still up in it. We still trying. We still trying. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not going to be hurt if Kennedy says another school. If she says UCLA, Southern Cal, whatever. If she says, I mean, I would be. If she says Louisville, I would be a little hurt because she could. If she could say Louisville, she could say South Carolina. But I think that we are really in there with Kennedy Smith. Michelle J, thank you for your service to you and wifey, Captain Will. My husband, retired Marine, serving Desert Storm. Hoorah! All right, appreciate it. Tell your husband Happy Veterans Day. Tell your husband Happy Veterans Day. And y'all assignment this weekend, find a veteran says Happy Veterans Day. It really make their world. Trust me, it really will. Be sure to talk about. Captain, you think South Carolina versus LSU is must-see TV? Yes, because LSU probably going to lose a couple games prior to that, and it's still going to see a whole lot of noise because ESPN is still going to be promoting them like crazy about that game. So yeah, so I don't want LSU to lose some more games. I want us to beat the brakes off of them when we play. We do not know when Kennedy and Joyce will announce. Joyce, what I'm hearing, I heard something today that she might not announce until April. I've heard that. I hope that's not true. Kennedy, I think Kennedy going to announce within the week. UCLA game is neither. Well, it's not in South Carolina. UCLA, I believe, is like in it's one of those. Let me see. UCLA game. Did you mean Utah? Ranking doesn't matter until after the game. Notre Dame not finished as a top 10 team, maybe not in top 15, but as a can. Winning no damn player over Caitlin Page or Leah Edwards. Barney Simpson. Sampson. I said Simpson. That's crazy. Barney Sampson. No, I beg to differ. I think Notre Dame will finish the top 10 team in the country. I think they have a very good team. I think Olivia Miles is very special. It doesn't matter. I think it matters when they come back, when she comes back, and what type of shape she's in. I think Notre Dame didn't match up well against us. And just because they don't match up against us, nobody matches up well against us if you're a smaller team. But Notre Dame will boat race a lot of teams in the country this year. Cardoza also ain't winning the champ. No damn player over Caitlin Page or Leah Edwards. I beg to differ. I really do. If South Carolina goes plays the way I think they're going to play this year, and you have to, and she gets the numbers that I think that she's going to get, you have to give it to her. I mean, Caitlin and Paige, this is the thing. Caitlin will get crazy offensive numbers. She's going to get crazy offensive numbers. But we know she don't play no defense. And I know that defense doesn't matter in these rankings and things of that nature. Paige, I don't know what Paige is no more. I haven't seen her play basketball. I have to see her play basketball at a high level. She didn't play last year. She only played half a year during her sophomore year. So until I see her actually play basketball, then I will make a judgment on that. I got to see it. She better be healthy when she comes to Columbia. That's all I can say. Edwards is the truth. She is awesome. She is awesome. But that real, I mean, if we I'm not saying, I mean, we beat UConn. That the game against UConn might determine who's the player of the year. Because I'm like this right here. If you're the number one team in the country, you're the best team in the country, your best player on that team should be the player of the year, regardless of stats and things of that nature. Because if Caitlin played for South Carolina, she won't be getting 27 points and 8, 9, all these crazy video game numbers because she got to play defense. That's just all I'm saying. Kennedy playing games, she been posting South Carolina videos and commitments to other schools. These are kids. These are kids, and they are milking every single moment of this experience. And I can't blame them. You do what you can do, girl. You can do it. Clarence Washington, Marine 75. Hey, happy Veterans Day, man. Where you think Joy's going to be? The fact that she may commit, I don't know. It's bugging me. I don't know. Cam, do you think since LSU lost on Monday, Joyce Hill was more focused on USC now? I don't think it has any bearing. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think it has any bearing. I don't think her decision has any bearing to what she's gonna do. Benjamin Collins, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the love. I don't think that loss has any bearing to what she's gonna do. I think she's thinking of a lifetime commitment versus, just one loss, The reason why I think she come to South Carolina. We've had players, at the football team, we've had players, we get blown out in a football game, then the next day, a 4-star, 5-star recruit will commit. They're looking at the long picture. We look sometimes as fans and stuff, we look at the short picture, but they looking at the long-term goal. Country Notre, we are going to break some kids' hearts and dreams this year. We sure are. We sure are, because there's some teams that really thought that South Carolina was down. There are some teams that really thought that we were down and that we were right for the pickings, because we've been beating up on a lot of good teams for a lot of years now. A whole lot of years now. So with that being said, ain't no get back this year. It is no get back this year. Nope. Y'all try again. No, I can't try again next year. For teams across the country, the legacy of South Carolina is here and will be here as long as Don Staley chooses to be at the University of South Carolina. We're in our 16th year. You know what I'm saying? So as long as Don is here, we're going to be breaking hearts forever. This was the year. This was the year right here. This is the year. This was the year for us not to be elite this year. But the problem is we still elite. We're still elite. Tiana Page beat us as a freshman. Page didn't beat us as a freshman. UConn beat us as a freshman. UConn beat us. She was on the team, though. She was on the team. She did good. She did. But I don't do, just for Captain Will, just for future reference, I don't say like Camilla beat such and such team. I always say LSU lost because of whatever. I don't say because of Angel. I don't say them because of, Paige beat us. I don't say that, I say that whatever team that beat us, they beat us, because it's a team effort. One player doesn't do it all, But I appreciate the comment, Tiana. I always love your comments. You dope. I like the comments. Justin, you from Sacramento? For real? Sacramento. Whoa. That's what's up. Big B, our players really like each other. I like seeing the interaction. It's really amazing, right? They like having fun. They really like being a part of, the team and everything. The new players are always smiling, laid, pop out, Tesla look happy. Like they're having the time of their life. If I had a daughter at this age, I would love for them to play with these girls. They just really enjoy each other. They really like being around each other. It don't seem like there's no dissension at all with this group of girls. It's always, and I'm not like on Instagram a lot, but when I do go to Instagram, I do see some of these videos and the girls are playing. It was some video that the girls did like Halloween, whatever. It was multiple. It was real cool, and with Chloe and Raven and Papa. And the crazy thing, Papa only been with the girls only a few months, but she just jumped right in and just a part of the crew. And more power to her. You need that leadership. Papa said the parachute helped them bond even more. That is the unsung thing. It helped our girls bond more because this is a life-changing thing. Just think about it. You as everybody watching me, most probably your parents or grandparents or whatever the case may be, just think about you 18, 19, 20 years old, and you went to Paris. And you went to Paris on somebody else's dime. And not only you went on somebody else's dime, you are going for 4, 5, 6 days to play on national TV in a sport that you are great in. And you're going to see the Eiffel Tower. You're doing boat tours. You're just doing stuff that you've never been a part of. Never been a part of. You know what I'm saying? So it's just an amazing experience for Notre Dame players and for South Carolina players. And those ladies will remember that for the rest of their lives, regardless of what goes down with basketball. They'll remember that for life. Jordan Gulliver, I agree with you. UConn is the biggest threat to South Carolina. They are the most powerful. I agree with you. UConn is a really good team. I know. UConn is a great team. UConn is a great basketball team. And if they are on and if they are healthy, that's going to be an amazing game. Amazing game. But like I said, yeah, like Brando said, that's if UConn is healthy. They have not proven they can stay healthy. They have not. Black Diamond Lawn Service. Hold on. Brando. Cap, did you know Halloween, South Carolina and Joyce went to a Halloween party and was on live having fun, and even took pictures and tested about it? No, I did not. I did not know that. Okay. That is something. Okay. All right. I did not know that. So news to me. Appreciate it. If Don leaves South Carolina, who do you think will be the next coach? If Don, so that's from Black Diamond Lawn Service. So if Don leaves South Carolina, oh man. First of all, I don't want to think about Don ever leaving South Carolina. But whoever is the next coach, you know what? Whoever's going to be the next coach for University of South Carolina is probably going to be a former student. Probably going to be a former player of hers. And we already got one on the bench right now. Okay? So you just leave it at that. Yeah, you're right, Terry. You're right. Khadijah Sessions. Yeah. That is it. It would be somebody who it would be a hand-picked coach. It would be a Coach K moment at Duke. It'd be a Roy Williams situation where I'm gonna pick who my successor. That's how it'd be, and that's what Donna do. She's got the clout. And years down the road, Sessions. Yeah, let's keep that in mind. Brando, Cap, what do you think our ranking will be after week 1? How far? Okay, first, you got 2 questions. After week 1, I think we'll be top 4. We beat Maryland on Sunday, which I think we're going to blow them out. I think we'll be top 4. I think we'd be, let me check the rankings real quick. Let me check that. So I give you a better analysis. So LSU definitely will be dropped out of the top 5. UConn will be number 1. Iowa. If Iowa possibly can lose tomorrow against Virginia Tech. Let's just say that out loud. Iowa, the number 3 team in the country, could lose to Virginia Tech tomorrow. So I'm gonna go with the rankings and say Iowa wins. I would say who Utah got. Let's see who Utah got. See, man, they beat Mississippi Valley State. They were just getting drugged. Utah, okay. If everything holds out, I'm gonna say UConn number 1, Iowa's number 2, UCLA, because they don't play nobody. UCLA don't play nobody. Oh my God, they play UConn November 24th. That's gonna be a game. We're gonna do a live show with that. And then probably 5th, 4th and 5th. I would say that for us. We went out, even though we would beat, 2 of them. Yeah, Brandon Erickson, you brought up a great point. They must have forgotten that our bench from last year averaged 42.7 points per game on their own. You are absolutely right. Our bench is dominant. Our bench was dominant last year. I guess our bench can't score. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, oh, so I guess if they put up starters, it's the transition. Sometimes we put too much stock into starters. I think we do. I think we should put more emphasis on continuity. I think we should put more emphasis on I put a huge emphasis on recruiting. You know, and I know that every recruit doesn't pan out, but I put a huge emphasis on recruit. If especially in girls basketball, if a recruit was top 15 in the country in girls basketball, 9 times out of 10, that recruit is a baller. She's gonna be a baller. So I like that. But so I bench produced last year. I bench always produce. I bench going to produce this year. So our girls can ball. Big Show 16 pains me to say a great show. Why pains you to say it's a great show? You still think LSU must? Oh, I already answered that question. Okay, all right, got you. Gotcha. I appreciate it. A top 20 player for Coach Taylor is the equivalent of a top 5 player for most schools. She gets the most out of them. Yeah, Mr. G, you're right. You're right. Mike J, what's up? Cam Will, what's up? What's good? Iowa. I got to do more research on Iowa, but for what I've seen, what I've read a little bit of Iowa should not be ranked 3rd in the country. I'm just saying it. They shouldn't be. How does Utah's roster stack up against South Carolina? I got to do more research. I'm not gonna lie. I got to do more research on Utah, and when we get closer to playing Utah, I will do the research on Utah. But Utah, for what I'm gathering, is a very veteran team. A very veteran team and a very deep team. So we'll talk more about Utah later on as it goes along. But Utah is one of those teams that just coach well. They're just coach well. You're on a Zipperdale, ain't you? No, I'm not. I'm on Grigio. Zipperdale. And my wife and I have this. We have this little battle. We're always talking about, I think Zipperdale is like juice to me. I don't know. My tolerance is out there, so it's like juice. I gotta get something with some little twist to it. Urban Pageant. Watkins is Dennis Rodman version of that. You know what? That's not a bad analogy. That is not a bad analogy. Watkins is Dennis Rodman version of basketball. Dennis Rodman was one of my favorite players in the 90s. Amazing defense. One of the best defensive players of all time. Grabbed every rebound. Was undersized, 6'7", undersized, and would out rebound centers 7'1", 7'2". Led the league in rebounding multiple years. Power forward, and gave every inch of his body, of his talent on the basketball court. Watkins, oh my God, that might be really good. And I love Watkins. Ashton Watkins, if you're watching this, or somebody tell you that Captain Will talked about you, Ashton Watkins, I love your game. I love your intensity. I love that your athleticism. I really do. Two teams I love to see us go against Virginia Tech and FSU. I'm also rooting for Virginia Tech to beat Iowa. I would love Virginia Tech to beat Iowa. I would love for any team to beat Iowa. And tomorrow might be a situation where I just say, hey, we're just going to go to Spectrum Center and watch the game. I'm really reaching. I'm really kind of like saying like, that might be something to see. Don't have the Pac-12 network. What cable system do you have? Do you have you got Spectrum? Jordan Glover, what do you have? Spectrum, DirecTV. I got DirecTV, but I got an ESPN Plus. I think if you have ESPN Plus, you can get all the games. I think you can. My favorite 5 in the last game is Full Wide Pow Johnson. Yeah. That was the lineup that blew the game open. But also, the thing that we're going to also see with this basketball team is the depth of our basketball team. Our next, and I say the first 9. And that's no shade to Sanaya Ja, who I love as a defensive player, and I think she's going to be a defensive beast over the course of time. and Sakima Walker, I think is going to be really good for us next year. I just think our first 9 are so freaking talented and going to give teams hell throughout the year. So when we start subbing in, look at it this way right here, as far as talent. So you're talking about, we started the game Raven Johnson, Tina Pow, Bree Hall, Chloe, and then we have Camila Cardoso. Those 5. Those 5, all 5-star recruits, the lowest ranked player on those 5 players is 17th, and that's Chloe. Okay? The first person off the bench was 2. So you had Ashton Watkins and you had Malaysia Fulwiley come off the bench. Malaysia Fulwiley, 5-star recruit, 13th ranked in the country. Ashton Watkins, 12th ranked recruit, 12th ranked in the country in the class of 22. Those are our first 2 players off the bench. Off the bench. Those 2. The first 2 players off the bench are 2 5-star players, 2 top 15 players in the country off the bench who could start for any team in the country. You know what I'm saying? And then you reach down to the next 2, and you're talking about Tessa Johnson. I mean, and Sanaya Fagan. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, we have so much talent on this basketball team. So when teams start subbing, that's when we're going to really jump on teams. We're going to jump on teams in the second part of the first quarter and the beginning of the second quarter. That the last 4 minutes, watch how we play. Watch how it goes. Watch how it goes. The second part, the last 3 minutes of the first quarter and the first 3 to 4 minutes of the second quarter is when we just jump on teams. Because when the other team goes to the bench, their bench isn't as good as our bench. That's how we're going to dominate teams. You can't, and you have to go to your bench because you can't play 40 minutes a game. So when your players start getting tired, and when our players start getting tired, we coming in with 5-star recruits. Y'all can't. Y'all won't. Y'all don't have it like that. So then you turn into what ends up happening in the second quarter, and it's going to happen in the Maryland game. You're going to happen in the Maryland game. We played Notre Dame to get this after the first quarter. It's 25-24. We went in on an unbelievable run in the second quarter and blew the game open. Blew the game open because our bench is so much better than yours, because our bench is a starting 5. That's how it is. So when Maryland goes to the bench, if the game is close in the first quarter, when Maryland goes to the bench, it's going to get blown open. Only teams that can compete against us when we go to the bench is a team like a UConn who is deep like that. You know, a team like a UCLA who is deep like that. I thought a team like LSU. Take a sip on that. Y'all look pretty good out there in limited minutes. Y'all gonna be good. Y'all gonna be good, y'all. I'm telling you, 6 foot. I think she's undersized down low, but that girl plays hard and she plays some defense. I'm telling you. I really do. I really do. Who in the biggest reason? Such a great guy. 20. Thank you, Kendall. Appreciate it. 2045 run. That was it. That was it. It's a video. My wife will record me. I'm probably put it when I do a show on today's Wednesday. I'm not gonna do a show tomorrow. When I do a show on Friday, I'm gonna put the video of my wife recording me acting the fool watching the game. It was hilarious after I saw it. Cam, we'll love your show. Now I can't say your name. Atunaru. Neil Atunaru. Appreciate it. Papa. Oh my God. Hey, bro, I want to talk to you. I want to get a picture with you. Neil Otunuru. I want to get a picture with you. So I want to chop it up. DM me. I'll DM you. I did any suggestions on restaurants in town. And Betty, get his information. I'm gonna hit you up. I'm gonna hit you up for sure. And tell her I want to get an interview with her too. Did I play good tonight? Oh, she didn't? She did not? And what? Hold on. They didn't play nobody. Hold on. Oh, they played Dayton. Oh, what's the stat line? Let me see. The stat line was 3 for 9. Oh my God! Did you get this information?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. 3 for 9. You mess with me. Oh wow! No, she didn't play well. I gotta check that out. Wow, Aaliyah Edwards bought out, and Aaliyah Edwards is nice, man. She is really good player. She's gonna make some WNBA team really happy. I mean, it's gonna take time for Paige. It's gonna take. She has not played basketball. That's why I was like upset when they said she's gonna be a preseason All-American. Like how? You haven't played basketball. You ain't played at all your junior year. You are not giving credit to the girls who put in the work last year. Like, you got hurt during the sophomore year, missed half that year, and it's just like, how do you do it? How do you do it? It's just like, and it's gonna take her time to play to get in back. It's gonna take her time to get in basketball shape, and gonna take her time to I mean, it's just levels to it. It just takes time. It took time for Raven to get in real basketball shape and get her and I'm talking about senior level of Raven, senior high school level of Raven back. Now it is. So sucks for y'all. Yeah, UConn won. They played Dayton. They won by like 50. So yeah, they won. But they're not gonna. They play. UConn, like I mentioned earlier. UConn plays. UConn plays Maryland next week. UConn plays Maryland next week, and then they play UCLA the week after that. So whatever Paige Becker's got going on right now and trying to recover from that injury, it better happen soon, because Maryland is a good basketball team. We'll see that on Sunday, and UCLA is very good. So they got the yeah. Yeah. Mr. G, a monster's being created in Central Texas. Watch out for it. Yeah. They are recruiting hard. They're recruiting hard, and they're coming to the SEC. So we'll see them. We will see Texas. We will see Texas will be in the SEC, and they got the 6th ranked recruit and the 7th ranked recruit this recruiting class. Both of those players, I wanted. Both of those players, I love. I definitely wanted Jordan Lee. She was like, I love her. I wanted a combination of Jordan Lee and Kennedy Smith. But Texas is coaching. Texas is coaching and Texas is recruiting. They are doing it. Yeah. Jordan Glover, Paige will shake off the rust quick. She's one of the most efficient players in the country. She was. She definitely was as a sophomore. So we'll see. I think Virginia Tech will beat Iowa. Virginia Tech has a very good shot of beating Iowa. I don't know the line. Right now. I probably need to find out what the line is, because I would bet. If I had to put money on it, I would put money that Virginia Tech can beat Iowa tomorrow. I really would. I would. I just think Virginia Tech is more complete than Iowa is. I just think they're a better team. And I think that early on, it's just continuity means a lot. Continuity means a lot, and chemistry means a lot, and talent means a lot. All these things means a lot in women's basketball. And when you have, because teams, people will say, and especially national media was talking about how inexperienced we were as a basketball team, but I guess they forgot that we've been practicing. I think they forgot they were practicing since their freshman year. I guess they forgot that Samaya was a junior and Bree was a junior. Camille was a senior. Just all these players have been playing together since their freshman year. So, and the practices that South Carolina, when your first team is Aaliyah Boston, Bree Bill, Zaya Cook, Kiara Fletcher, just so many players. Victoria Sykes, I ain't gonna say. When your first team going against the second team, you are literally playing when the second team for us last year was playing against the first team in practice. You are literally playing the best in the country. Every day in practice. Every day in practice. So it's not a shock. When Raven Johnson came out a few days ago and said, before the game against Notre Dame, she came out and said that she don't see any step back. See, it just not going to miss a clip, not going to miss a beat. You know, she's in practice. She's been practicing with these girls, these ladies, for a couple years now. She saw when Tia and the Pow came in, what she brought to the table. She saw it. She saw when Malaysia Full while Tessa Johnson came in. She what they brought to the table. She saw the hard work these girls are putting in the gym, putting in the gym and in the weight room. She saw all that. The experience in Team USA this summer, it can't be understated. And I said months ago that the experience that that Raven Johnson had being the starting point guard for that team is going to pay dividends. You can look at the stats. Stats are what they are. But I love the way Raven Johnson leads a basketball team. That's what I love. The way she leads a basketball team, putting the ball in the right position and playing defense. You know, her being with Team USA, Chloe being with Team USA, being that dominant presence that she was, that surprised most of us who's watching right now, being that aggressor on defense, getting those tough rebounds, blocking those tough shots. That is Chloe. Chloe's not, ladies and gentlemen, forget what you see. Forget what you see on Instagram. Forget what you might see on Twitter. Whatever you might see, TikTok, all these things. Chloe is not a pretty player. Chloe gets down and dirty on the basketball court. Chloe can play on any court in this country and be respected. That is her game. That is her game. She is not a pretty player. She is a rugged player, and I love that she's playing with South Carolina. Chloe will get down and dirty. She will block shots. She will get those tough rebounds. That's what I love about her. She is not this little cute player that people might think that she is. You know what I'm saying? She is playing with the right team and playing for the right coach. That is Chloe. We have some tough players. Chloe, Ashlyn Watkins, Anaya Ja. We got some personalities. We got some gritty players who don't mind getting dirty in the post. And they can score points. They can pass the ball. But things get tough. You want a Chloe, you want to Ashlyn Watkins, you want a Sanaya Ja suiting up for you. And we got them. We got them. So I go, oh, man. Nolan, what's up? What's up? How you doing? What's good? What's good? The speed of South Carolina's the match. We are such a faster team than the last couple of years. We are a fast, athletic basketball team. We are. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago team. If we go to three guards, essentially 3-point guards, if you're in a situation where you got Raven Johnson, Tina, Pow, and Malaysia Full Wiley, and you throw in Ashlyn Watkins, and you can even have Chloe in there. You can even have that five. Will straight up run you down the court. Run you down the court. And you know what? I'm going to take Chloe out. I'm going to say Camilla. Because Camilla, I always say she runs like a gazelle. She's in shape, and she glides down the court. It is so nice to see Camilla Cardozo running hard because she sprints down the court. You want to see some loafing? You want to see some loafing getting back on defense? Watch LSU. Watch LSU. That's all I'm going to say. Watch LSU. Our team doesn't loaf. Our team gets back on defense because defense is our calling card. Defense is our calling card. That's what we do. We play defense. Defense is our calling card. And we get turnovers off our defense. You know what made me happy? This is what made me happy. This is what made Captain happy. Made me happy was Tahina Pow coming from Oregon, all Pac-12, 3 times. coming over to the University of South Carolina across the country. Across the country. You know how difficult that is? Coming across the country, buying in on defense. Go rewatch that game on Monday. Go rewatch that game on Monday. Tahina Pow has bought in Don Staley's principles on defense, and she worked her butt off on defense. That should not be understated. Tahina Pow made herself money on Monday for the W. We know she can shoot, she can handle the ball, she can rebound, she can free throws, all that good stuff. But defense is where she's going to make her money in the W and make her money this year for the South Carolina. I really love that. Tiana, how about last year's team was so good that I didn't realize our weaknesses was around that you are right. You're right because we covered up the wart that was our three-point shooting. You know, because reality is that we were bad. We were a bad three-point shooting team. I think it was 31% for the year. But we scored. We were second in points, which sounds weird. That just sounds crazy, right? We 31% from the three, and then we was like 178th, 179th in three-point shooting, but we were second in points because we were so efficient shooting twos. But when we played against Iowa, we wasn't as efficient, and we didn't shoot the three ball well, and we lost the ball game. Now, this year, if we have a lull in shooting twos or it just wasn't being as efficient, we can now go to the three-point shooting and space the floor more because we all know that they were compacting the floor with the trying to double, triple team Aaliyah and whatever, you know, all these different things. But now we can create more space and we have more ball handling. Really, we have more ball handling on this basketball team. We do. We have more ball handling. We start 2-point guards. We literally start 2-point guards. What other team in the country start 2 5-star point guards? None. We start 2 5-star point guards, and LSU has no point guard. That's a luxury that we have to go along with the most dominant post player in the country. Go figure. Will Boyles. I was in Paris. How you doing, fam? I was in Paris and Chandler said, well, she was definitely the MVP of the game in Paris besides Camilla. I assume you're talking about Pow. Let me go back a little further. Yeah, okay. Mocha latte. I like that name. I watched it 3 times. Pow was hustling on defense. She was getting it, man. She was getting it. She was really getting it on defense. I wish I was there in Paris. I told my wife watching the game, I said, this will never happen again. We will never be in a situation where we are not a destination location when the Gamecocks are playing. I saw the fun that y'all were having. I salute you. I salute you for going. I salute you for supporting the girls. They need all the support they can get. It ain't no different than a 5-year-old, looking for their parent in the stands. They always need support. Always a blessing. Kendall L. Captain will name your top 5 teams. So my top 5 teams right now is UConn. Number 2, I would say, and look at the rankings. If I had to do my top 5, because I'm gonna start doing the top 5 too. I'm gonna start doing the top 10, starting on Monday. When ESPN comes out with their rankings, Cam Will can come out of his. So that's gonna start on Monday. So right now, I would say, as of today, November the 8th, number 1 is UConn. Number 2 is UCLA. Number 3 is Utah. Number 4 is South Carolina. Number 5 is LSU. That'll be my top 5 right there. That's my top. I say UConn right now because they're returning so much up front with Page and with Edwards and with Fudd. I say UCLA because they are returning so much up front, and they are an excellent team. Utah as well, and South Carolina. I'm gonna say the number 4 ranked team, which I like. I like us being number 4. I love us being number 4. Actually, I love us being number 4 because we are hunting. We are hunting big game this year, and we're gonna take off because our season is ahead of us. Our season is literally ahead of us, y'all. Because we will play LSU, we will play UConn, we will play Utah, we will play all these teams. And it's great for basketball, it's great for women's basketball because we're not scared of playing those teams. And just going through the top 25, we're going to play those teams. Tennessee, we're going to play twice. They're currently ranked number 11. We're going to play Mississippi. They're ranked 12th. We're playing Maryland, the 14th ranked team in the country. We're playing you. Yo, we are literally playing. We look at the top 25 right now. Over the course of the season, we are playing we're playing LSU, currently ranked number 1. We're playing UConn, who's currently ranked number 2. We are going to play Utah, who's currently number 5. We are going to play Tennessee twice, who's currently number 11. We already played Notre Dame, who's number 10. We playing Ole Miss once, who's 12. We playing Maryland, who's 14. We playing North Carolina, who's 16. Oh my God. When you break it down like that, we are playing so many top teams. Hell, I think we're playing Mississippi State too. And they're currently 25th. We will see what type of team that we have against these teams. It is something. What do you expect from Maryland on Sunday? I expect Maryland to start 5 guards. I expect them to be too little for us, and I expect us to dominate inside. I expect us to get to double up them on rebounds and block shots. I expect Cardoza to straight up manhandle Maryland Terrapins this on Sunday. I expect Ashton Watkins to eat whoever she wants up down low. I expect us to dominate them, and I expect the game will be over in the third quarter, and we will be up by 20 points. I just think Maryland is too little. I think they're just too small. I think the guards that they start are not as good as our guards. They don't have Diamond Miller, and I think they are going to miss her heavily against us on Sunday. We played them last year. We were up at one point by 19 points. That is with Diamond Miller. So you tell me what they're going to do without Diamond Miller, because they did not have a replacement for her. And they started 5 guards last year. They got a couple of players, in the transfer portal to help out, but it's not going to help. We're going to dominate Maryland on Sunday. Yes, we will. How do I feel about Ole Miss and North Carolina State? Ole Miss is really good. Ole Miss is really, really good. Ole Miss has got a good basketball team. North Carolina State got a good team. North Carolina State got a team. I feel better against I think Ole Miss is better than North Carolina State, but Ole Miss is like what, 12th ranked, 12th, I believe the 12th ranked in the country for a reason. Yeah, Ole Miss is 12th ranked in the country for a reason. They should not be slept on. Let's keep this real. Ole Miss is a really good basketball team, and they're going to give teams hell this year. Ole Miss, SEC is by far the best conference in the country, and to me, it's not close. We have dominant teams in this country, dominant teams in this conference who are amazing. Ole Miss is really good. North Carolina State is good. North Carolina State is good. Benjamin Collins, next coach will be Asia. Trust me. I don't think Asia wants to coach. I think, the best thing for Asia Wilson after she finished playing for the W, I think Asia, how about this right here? Asia is making so many moves now with her platform. She's making so many moves with her platform. You know what Asia is going to be doing? Mark my words, November 8th, 2023. When Asia is finished playing for the Las Vegas Aces, Asia Wilson will be a part-time owner with the Las Vegas Aces. Mark Davis is going to give Asia Wilson a ownership share with that team. Mark my word. Asia Wilson will be a part owner with the Las Vegas Aces. That's what she's going to do. That's what Asia's going to do. Uh, Big went to Texas, get away from Donna. Hey man, hey, this SEC is deep. You got Oklahoma, you got Texas coming over. It just keeps getting better and better and better. And if you have the opportunity to watch the SEC tournament live, it is must see TV. It is must see TV. You need to watch it. You need to see it. Be in Greenville, South Carolina. It is lit, man. You see all the top players. It's so much fun. Can we talk about how valuable Sessions has been as a coach? Sessions has been a godsend for the University of South Carolina as a coach. And I was talking with someone about her being the coach, assistant coach, and her being a player who played for Don, who has already been there. You know what I'm saying? Who has been the captain before? Before she won the, she didn't win the chip, but before, you know what I'm saying? But she was the captain in in times before we were the quote unquote super team, the elite team. But she played hard-nosed defense. She was a quintessential point guard. She was just good. She was good. And she's a player, she's a coach that the players can look on and talk to when things are down. You know what I'm saying? Because she looks like them. She was them. She was in the situation. There's nothing that the players on the basketball team can say to her that she has not already been through. You know what I'm saying? And it's so special. It's so when Don hired her as assistant coach, I mean, I really jumped with joy with that, because you need former players to come back to the program and be that sounding board to the coaches, that conduit. Because, Don my age, a little older than me. You know what I'm saying? So even though Don is fly and got all that swag and everything, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? You still need, these girls are different. You know what I'm saying? So these 20-year-olds, 19-year-olds, the older we get, the farther removed we are. Even though Don got all that swag, it's just, gotta have a conduit, Yeah, keep it in the family. Keep it in the family. Winston Gannon was a big get for the yes. Winston Gannon was a big get, and from what I want to say this correctly, because I asked Raven this summer. I asked her about the move, because this is when I thought that point guard was going to come to us from Duke when Gandy came over. She said that Gandy basically takes over. I want to tell the story right. That she no, I'm telling the story wrong. Oh, I don't want to misquote her. I'm sorry. Will Boyle said she was too much on the sideline. She's calmed down a little when she's on in Paris. Hey, well, you was there. And when we play on Sunday, I'm gonna be looking to see how much lit she is. I'm gonna see. Yes, Raven to a great point guard combination, and maybe a smart point. Yes, that is a true statement. Vic B, that is a true statement. They are literally they are Don Staley's brain on the court. They really are. And it's awesome to watch. And both of them handling the ball well. You talking about one guy with 7 assists, the other one got 8 assists, 6 assists, whatever the case may be. Both, I mean, that is awesome. That is awesome. Those are awesome numbers. And it's only going to get better. And the more these girls play with get more comfortable on the court, it's only going to get better. It's only going to get better. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to close. We're going to go 2 hours. We're an hour and 54 minutes. We're gonna close it out a little bit unless you got some more questions, because we can go all night. No, we ain't going all night. I guess we got some more questions. Maybe bring you some more questions. Mike Jing. Come on, Cal. Best conference by far. Show some love. ACC Big Ten. All right. Hey, we just go through. We just go through it. Okay. Let's just keep it real. All right. Let's see this. All right. So number 110. We just going for we just gonna go line for line. We just go line for line. All right. LSU number 110. Just SEC. LSU number 110. Boom. South Carolina number 16. Okay. Then we got Tennessee number 11 team, 12 team, Mississippi. Then we got Mississippi State 25th. All right, so that's what? LSU, South Carolina, Tennessee, LSU, South Carolina, Tennessee, Mississippi, and Mississippi State. So that's 5 out of 25 teams that are SEC. And then you have ACC. So you have Virginia Tech. You got Notre Dame. You got, this is when if you was in Maryland, I used to love Maryland, the ACC, but then they went to Big Ten. You got North Carolina, Louisville. You know, they got some talented teams. They got some talented teams in the ACC. They really do. But the top layer, if you look at 1 through 10, you know, LSU is number 1, South Carolina number 6, and Tennessee is knocking on the door. Tennessee going to be number 10. Notre Dame's lost, because Notre Dame probably dropped about 10, 15, somewhere in there. Tennessee will move up the top 10. Mississippi will probably move up the top 10. It potentially next week's poll or Monday's poll, you have out of there, you will probably have 4 teams out of SEC in the top 10. LSU, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Mississippi. Just saying. I love the comment though. A question about roster space for next year. How will it work if everyone decides to come back? I do think Cardozo's leaves and maybe pop out. We only have 11 roster spots. We have 11. We have 15 scholarship positions. We have 15 scholarship spots. Don Staley never, ever has 15 players on his team. And right now we only have 11. You know, so Cardozo gone. That'll be 10. Pow should be gone. That'll be 9. And then we will have at this point right now, you calling it, you're talking about Maddie and Adele Tack, so that'll be back to 11. And potentially for Joyce Edwards and see, that's the problem. This is the problem with our basketball team. We don't feel a full 15, so we only gonna have about 12. We would have had, if Talasia wouldn't have transferred out, we would have had 12 players. That was probably the goal, 12 players. So right now, see this, I'm glad you brought that point. I never thought about it this way. We will probably go into the season, if you count, we really only need one player. We probably need one player. If we're going to have a full 12 next year, we probably only need one more player in this recruiting cycle. I never thought about it. Never thought about it that way. If we miss out on Joyce, who is next? If we miss out on Joyce, the next person is going to be a transfer. That's going to be next person. Next year. Because we have, right now, we're going to have 11 players on this basketball team this year. Adding Maddie and adding Adele Tack, we have 11 players on this basketball team. And that's saying that with Pow and with Cardozo leaving, we have 11 players with those two. So it's not, ladies and gentlemen, if we don't get Joyce Edwards, who I love with all my heart and soul, and number 2 recruit in this country, and has been the standard bearer for South Carolina, the state of South Carolina, going to her senior year, this team will still be amazing next year. Amazing. Okay? Let's not forget that, okay? Let's not forget that. So next year's team, Raven will be back. Okay, so let's break it down. We got time. Raven Johnson will be back. Tina Power will be gone. Okay. Bree Hall will be a senior. So Raven will be a redshirt junior. Bree would be a senior. Chloe would be a junior. Camilla would be gone. So then you have Sanaya Fagan, who will be a senior. Ashton Watkins will be a junior. Sanaya John will be a sophomore. Malaysia Fullwiler will be a sophomore. Tessa Johnson will be a sophomore. Sakima Walker has the COVID year. She'll be back. She'll be a senior. Maddie McDaniel will be a freshman. Adele Tacker will be a freshman. And then whoever we will get, if Joyce, there is a plan. If we do not get Joyce Edwards and we do not get Kennedy Smith, trust me, there's a plan. There is a plan. The transfer portal will bring in a post player and will bring in a wing player. Trust me on that. Okay? Trust me on that. I think it's tricky because players who have extra year may hold out for the 2025. There is a possibility. And I think they're doing it is so freaking amazing that the WNBA is going to expand 2 more teams. Okay, let's see. Let me go back a little bit. I want to read something. Go back. Watkins is looking so much more comfortable this season, and Chloe plays way different last summer play. Yes, you're absolutely right. Michelle J. Watkins is looking settled. She really is looking settled. She's looking really settled, and she's looking great. Chloe is. If you can have a player come back, skip their senior year in high school, and join a top level program early and get a jump on the weight program and how to do things with the bonding with the girls, it's tough. But Chloe did it, and she has looked like I'm gonna do a refresher for people and show Chloe the way she looked in high school. Chloe is legit. She was legit. Now she had to get stronger, which she has done, and I think she still got to get stronger. But that's more work with Molly. Over time she'll get stronger. She still. I mean, come on, Chloe, legitimately should have just graduated out of high school a few months ago. But she is looking awesome. The girl got 2 gold medals too. Don't forget that. Chloe has 2 gold medals for Team USA. She's doing something right. I have a question about the roster. Okay, we just did that one. What is this? What is it about South Carolina? We shocked the world. Pac-12 is good. Pac-12 is good. Well, ain't no Pac-12 no more. It's like a Pac-2. So Pac-12. Indiana's good. Indiana is good. LSU is not going to get Joyce. LSU is not going to get Joyce. I don't believe. I think LSU is going to strike out on Sarah Strong and number 1 ranked recruit, number 2 ranked recruit Joyce Ellis, number 3 ranked recruit Jelani Cambridge, number 4 ranked Kate Koval, and number 5 ranked Kennedy Smith. I think they're going to strike out on all 5, 6, and 7. You're going to talk. We can go all the way down to Justice Carlton and Lee, all the way down. I think they're going to strike out on all top 7 recruits. I would be surprised. If any of those players that I named actually committed to LSU. I really would. If Camilla leaves, I think we should seek an experience big from the portal while scheme and tactic develops. I wouldn't be surprised whatsoever. I would not be surprised whatsoever. Can you imagine the situation if Camilla comes back? We all assuming that she's going to leave, and she's 22 years old, and she probably should leave. But what if she comes back? What if she comes back? If she wins, if she is the dominant force that I think she's going to be and win multiple postseason awards this season, what if she comes back? That's all I got to say. Just give us the chip. Just give us the chip. Let's give us the chip. Yeah, I've heard that. Mike Jig, I've heard that. The Charlotte might be an expansion. We was in the running. I think Sacramento said no. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think Sacramento said no. But if we need And we had a WNBA team in Charlotte. Matter of fact, Don Staley played for the Charlotte Sting. I would lose my mind if we get WNBA in Charlotte again, because I wasn't here then. I would love it. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we've been going strong for 2 hours and 4 minutes. I really appreciate all the love. I appreciate all the comments. And I appreciate y'all just being there and rocking with your boy, Captain Will. We're going to do a show on Friday. It's going to be just a regular show. I'm not doing a live show. We're going to do a show on Friday. I'm going to do another show on, I'm going to do a pre-show, pre-game show, prepping for Maryland. We're going to do all the breakdowns. We're going to do some videos of the players that we need to watch against Maryland on Saturday. And then we're going to do the live show on Sunday after the game. Now, I'm going to the game. We're going to, that live show will probably come a couple of hours, probably around 5 o'clock or so on Sunday. But y'all will be there. I will be there. I appreciate all the love, and let's continue to help grow women's basketball, and let's go Gamecocks. Let's go Gamecocks.